Guys, it's Shannon, and I wanted to build on the video I did about how I homeschooled. And now that I'm back from visiting my family in Florida, I can show you guys the tangible things I keep around the house for my daughter to play with and learn with in conjunction with her curriculum. So, like I mentioned in my previous video, my 3-year-old daughter, we use the Easy Peasy curriculum, and this is our schedule. So the first part is going to be getting ready part one. And then the second is Getting Ready 1, Part 2. And this is basically preschool. So as you can see, we're down here. And the reason why all this is blank is because I found out that if your child already knows their letters and is on their way to reading and phonics and that sort of thing, then you can skip Part 1 and go right to Part 2. So she has a couple days left and then she'll be done with preschool. Through the summer, I plan on going back and just doing some of this review, some of these days that we haven't done, and getting her ready for kindergarten, which she will start in the fall. So again, this is just a 1-inch binder, and I do see people complain sometimes, like, what if I run out of ink? And gosh, homeschooling takes up a lot of printer ink and it's not cheap. What I do is if there's worksheets that go along with her curriculum, I print them out a week or two in advance and then keep them 3-hole punched in this binder of mine. So I always have it, and I kind of can judge then a week or two in advance when I'm running out of ink and need to get more. They're 3-hole punched, obviously, for that binder so I can keep them organized. And they're also 3-hole punched because I then move her finished work into her own book. Same thing, 1-inch binder. The reason I do that is so that she can review what she's done. I also date everything so that for my own records, as well as if I ever get asked or something for a portfolio or proof, I have it. But they're all 3-hole punched and put into her binder. And then into the tangibles. So as I mentioned before, I am a former preschool teacher, so I absolutely love to have different educational toys around the house, and I've always been that way since I was a new parent. Clearly we have the regular baby dolls and Barbies, and she loves Shopkins and all kinds of toys right now, so it's not that I limit them or strictly instruct her. We only spend about 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes a day on curriculum. We don't always do it every day. Sometimes we don't do it, and sometimes she'll ask me for it on a Saturday after we've had a busy day of doing stuff. I never push her, and I never make her do her curriculum. She always comes to me and asks for it. That may not be everybody's situation, but that's how I've chosen to handle it, and that's where we are right now. So with that being said, from a very early age, I had sensory boxes that I utilized. I usually have 4 around. One of them I will fill with water beads and water and put various cups and spoons and ladles and that sort of thing inside of it. I will link in the comments or actually in the description of the video where I purchase my water beads. You can purchase them in stores, you can purchase them on Amazon, but I found them to be astronomically cheaper to purchase them from AliExpress. So I'll link that in the description. Kind of word to the wise though is that you're going to want to dispose of them within a few days. It does say they can be dried up and reused. That's like an impossible process. And then I get kind of worried about the mold and the germs because they will mold if you keep them kind of closed up. If you keep them open, they'll start to dry up. So after a few days, max maybe 5 to 7, you're going to want to just toss them. And they're so cheap that it's not a big deal. So keep that in mind. I usually have 4 sensory boxes. We haven't been using them a whole lot lately, but when she was younger, we definitely did. They are just simple Sterilite plastic bins. You can get them for about $1. Nothing special really about them. I have them labeled. This one is colored rice and colored pasta. I will link a recipe to make this as well, but it was very easy in a tall Ziploc bag with alcohol and food coloring and the pasta. In this one I have rice, as you can see in the bottom, pasta, and extra magnetic letters that I had laying around, as well as a little cup and spoons and that sort of thing, so you can dump that out. Another one I have is Kinetic Sand. You can purchase the colored little packs of Kinetic Sand for very inexpensive. I want to say like $1 a piece at the dollar store. I got some at Walgreens on sale. And then inside there's monster trucks I got at the Dollar Tree, construction vehicles, cars, sand, sculpture, objects, that sort of thing. And then, and this one, it's a seasons bin. I have not changed this, and I really should, but I've been slacking on that. But this one is supposed to be for spring. It has Easter grass, fake flowers, rocks, little flower gems, bugs inside. But like for winter, I will make that fake snow and put that inside of there. For fall, you can get fake leaves at the craft stores, or even go pull out leaves from your yard, so you can get that crunchy texture. I love those, and they're very inexpensive. There's a million different things you can do with sensory boxes. There's a ton of ideas on Pinterest, so it works really well. As far as toys and that sort of thing, so I just recently got these for my daughter. They are gears, and they're for ages 3 and up. They're super great, super wonderful. You can buy them on Amazon. I will link those as well. Some of you guys will have a learning store around you. Some of you guys won't. I love Lakeshore Learning. They do have a website, but I love to shop their store when I can. They're in Florida. But again, you may have a learning store near you. I went crazy and bought tons of stuff when I was there recently. This is the magnetic wand with magnetic discs on top. And my daughter likes to pretend that they're different flavored pies and different flavored cakes, and we play that way. This way you can also help them learn the positive and the negative, and how things attract and don't attract, and they spin around if they don't. That's a really quick little fun thing you can do. You can pretend with. Something I've had around for a long time are these snap cubes. These are by Learning Resources. They're different colors. I got 2 sets of 100 I purchased 2 sets of 100, so we had plenty to play with. They're great for counting, for patterns. I keep a little bit of them in my jujube, so when we go to restaurants and that sort of thing, she can play with them, put them together and that sort of thing. So they're great for all kinds of instruction. They come with a little booklet to kind of help you get some ideas on how to use them. And then I keep them in a Smart Bottoms half size wet bag. No need to have a wet bag, but I am addicted to wet bags, and so that's why I keep them in them. Another thing that I love to utilize are different puzzles. This is one I got from Lakeshore. It's counting money puzzles. She loves money, and so it's something I've kept around is a cash register, and bought currency and bills that looked realistic. I didn't want them to look like play money and play currency. I wanted to get familiar with what real money looks like. So I bought some of that too. And so ever since then, she's loved figuring out how much pennies are worth and dimes and that sort of thing. So this puzzle is really awesome for that. And the pieces do not fit unless it's the exact amount. That's one puzzle. Some of the others that I've gotten are the spelling puzzle. So you can see they match the letters with the picture, and it helps them spell words. Upper and lowercase letters, putting those together along with the picture. Let's see. And then mathematics memory. We haven't worked on this yet too much. It's something we're getting to. I can tell she's starting to have a love for adding and subtracting thanks to some of the apps that I have on her tablet, which I'll go over in a different video. But these are great little puzzles, and they sell them on Amazon. And again, I'll put them in the description so you guys can shop them and poke around and look for them if you want. Another thing that we're working on too is writing. I have a ton of wipe off books for tracing letters and writing words, and then some of these lap boards as well that come with dry erase markers, so we can practice our writing. This has been a really big thing that they did in the library classes that she was enrolled in, and I want to continue to work on it at home. Overall, that's pretty much the main things I utilize in our homeschool environment. We do also love to use magnet tiles. If you're not familiar with them, they sell stabilizer boards that are great for younger, so they don't get as frustrated. And then magnet tiles are different shapes and colors with magnets inside that you can stack up and line up and make into a house or a hallway or a castle or that sort of thing. So I have an off-brand of those that I've bought that I love, and we'll use those in conjunction with like her little Shopkins and make a house with her Shopkins and that sort of thing. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. So we don't use a lot of workbooks and worksheets. I have a ton of workbooks that I really probably should dive into maybe this summer with her. But I don't use them that often. I love easy peasy and love the various play that we do. And that's basically that. So that's what we utilize right now. And again, my daughter is 3. And if you guys have any questions, any comments, want to see something else, please let me know. And everything that I've talked about today, all of the links will be in the description. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Take care.